sight.
Absolutely so. And here we see again, we have a look at these youngsters from the States who are trying to cheer, well, not trying to, they're succeeding in cheering the crowd up, and they're handing out Union Jacks, and I think there might be a few stars and stripes amongst them as well, those flags. Back to the Pearly Kings and the Pearly Queens, been with the parade for many a year. And you're just getting a glimpse now of the fabulous band from McNeese State University in Louisiana.
McNeese State University, they'll be the first band that we see come into the parade ring in front of us. They're a little way away at the moment, but they make their way through the route before we see this huge performance.
They are the one thing about London's New Year's Day parade, almost unique. We can't be almost unique, you're either unique or you're not. But anyway, let's say unique.
Bob.
Well, anyway, is the fact that the bands and the performers have to play and perform throughout the entire length of the route. There's a number of very big parades, very good parades in America, I'm not one to criticise, who don't really let them play all the way, because we television people sort of get in the way and don't let them do it. Okay, so anyway, we are, I think, going to be able now to take a look up at the Piccadilly, where the whole thing begins, and Joe Bone is there to see us.
Well, we're in full swing here in Piccadilly, as you can see, with the miniature steamers. But there is one marching band here today who has a rather unique way of rehearsing, performing, and indeed generally letting their classmates know about them. And that, of course, is the wonderful Lehigh Marching 97 from Pennsylvania. Back to the studio.
Then in Pennsylvania, just the band coming through. Joe's right at the start. This is the McNeese band we're still seeing at the moment. They come from Louisiana. This is a place known for its seafood, for its crawfish, for its great weather too, but still they love coming to London.
They do, but of course this year they were really badly affected by that rather nasty hurricane that swept through there. And at some time or other we had a little bit of doubt whether they were actually going to make it, but I'm delighted to say they have, and in big numbers too. This is one of the super crowd favourites of all time, the Sri Jivan Swamipapa Pipe Band. And you might be surprised, with all that tartan around and the kilts and so on, to hear that, and of course they're quite obviously Asians, but they come from Hendon. There we go. They're a terrific act.
They are one of those that we'll see again a little bit later in the parade. We've seen the Landaus as well, the Lord Mayor there following just behind the Deputy Lieutenant. The parade, of course, goes through the very heart of Westminster, and the Lord Mayor wanted to share his welcome message with us all.
The home of the greatest New Year's Day parade in the world. I am Councillor Ian Adams, Lord Mayor and First Citizen of Westminster, and I'm delighted to be hosting the 32nd consecutive year of this parade. Now, as the parade winds through the streets of Westminster, it'll pass through many great theatres and concert halls, so I find this year's parade theme Showtime particularly exciting. The parade works as a wonderful showcase, not just for Westminster, but for the whole of London, as every single London borough will be represented today. Through its inter-borough competition, it also raises tens of thousands of pounds for local London charities. Now, in previous years, I've taken part in Westminster's parade entry. This year, I'm very much looking forward to riding near the head of the procession and seeing all of the exciting acts that the parade has to offer. On behalf of all the London boroughs, I wish everyone a happy and prosperous New Year.
He does like taking part in the parade himself, so he'd be itching to get back on that float.
Lord Mayors thoroughly enjoy taking part in the parade. I've known 32 Lord Mayors in my time. Actually 33, because Roger didn't actually get his own parade as Lord Mayor. He just was the founding Lord Mayor of the event. Just a word actually about some of the people that the Lord Mayor has in his landaus, in his carriages. In the first one, he of course is himself sitting with his consort, Christopher Colosimo, but also in that first carriage, and maybe we'll get a glimpse in a short while now, we have Claire Whelan and her husband John, and she is the chairman of the London Mayors Association. The London Mayors Association is sort of the glue that holds all of the London mayoralties together, and that's that's the reason why we try to get all of the London mayors here on New Year's Day to represent their boroughs, and it's through the London Mayors Association.
It was at one time quite a unique thing to London, having these mayors here and having them charitably as well.
Well, there we go. You see, you've got the Lord Mayor there in the carriage, and next to him Christopher Colosimo, his consort, and then coming into shot now is John Whelan, and to his right, wearing the red coat, is Claire Whelan, the chairman of the LMA, the London Mayors Association. Now, just turned, and they're making their way down Lower Regent Street, or Regent Street St James, I must get that right. And look at those crowds, Caroline.
Incredible. Last year was a bit wet. This year the sun is out for us, hopefully, above those clouds, and everyone's come out. Now we're seeing them making their way down through the main part of the parade route before they swing round and round to us as well, and we will see them perform. We'll see our first glimpse really of the McNeese Band performing in front of us. It's one of these bands that comes here and has the joy of performing through their feet, through their instruments, through all of the flags that you'll see too. They really give that full body impact, and we've been to have a little look at how they do it.
What an incredible feeling standing here in the middle of this magnificent college football stadium. With 15,000 screaming fans, the McNeese State University Marching Band really are a driving force behind football in Louisiana.
It's really special. Our band plays a lot. We try to play in between each play of the game, try to do some things that are call and response with the crowd. So we play something, they cheer it back to us. And so we're really active. We play a lot in very short segments of time in between each play. Oh, they're going terrific. We're so excited. We've got our plans together for it. We're going to play in the parade. We're going to do a parade practice coming up in a week for the first time, put it all on the street and start figuring out what's going to happen. Students are excited. Got some special music in store, I think, that everybody on the streets will love, and we'll have a good time. In addition to just seeing London and the sights and the history, but I can't wait for them to meet the people of London and see that interaction that Americans have with the British, and just a sense of camaraderie, and they're excited to see us, we're excited to be there. It's just going to be the perfect combination.
When I said full body impact, I didn't mean Joe to get wiped out.
Yes, I thoroughly enjoy that. You know, I've seen that so many times, that little clip. I just did. He got up very, very quickly, and I think he had a very mean cameraman, not to tell him that he was about to be attacked from behind, but never mind. The McNeese Band really is a terrific band. I saw them in Trafalgar Square at our preview concert on Saturday, and I must say I was tremendously impressed with the quality of their performance. They really are very good. I'm looking forward to seeing them here in the Performance Arena relatively soon. There we got a first glimpse of our wonderful cheerleaders, celebrating 30 years this year at London's New Year's Day Parade.
If you do want to get in touch, if there's a band that you're particularly looking forward to seeing in the Performance Arena, hashtag LNYDP 2018, or indeed a pug. Showtime, of course, the greatest show on earth. We're celebrating some of the great shows that this capital has put on, that the world has put on too. You'll see glimpses of that throughout. At LNYDP to get in touch too. Just coming into focus, another of the marching bands, and you mentioned the cheerleaders too. Every year that they come down, they're one of the, hence the name cheerleaders, but they're one of the star attractions for getting this crowd going.
They are. They're absolutely phenomenal, the cheerleaders. I don't know how they can possibly have that incredible enthusiasm for the length of time that they do. But anyway, I think we're now going to go back to the start of the parade on Piccadilly and see what Joe Bone is going to be able to tell us.
See, we're in full swing here in Piccadilly with the incredible mini moat clubs. But there is one group here today who have a rather unique and, well, rather odd, extreme way of letting their classmates know all about them. I headed to Pennsylvania to visit the Lehigh Marching 97 to find out more. Back to the studio.
Well, the title that we call it is Eco Flame, and a flame is an event that we show up to that is not a football game, and the eco part comes from years ago when an economics professor said that the band did not have enough school spirit. So we showed up to his class, and we've been doing that ever since with the entire school. You know, the professors who have been here for a long time always look forward to it. The new professors are often a little annoyed. We always get a few disgruntled emails, and there's a lot of shock and a lot of tiredness, because sometimes we do it at 8 a.m.
Our band has a really long and rich history. We've been around for 111 years this year, and it's just really interesting and fascinating to me to see how far we've come in that time and all of the amazing things we've done.
It will easily be the best experience of my life. I've never done anything like this before, and I can't wait to get started.
I've never been abroad. I have no idea what to expect. I picture a big city, something like New York City, but just a little bit different.
Do then the Lehigh bands. They were trying to get the atmosphere going in the school, so they do these kind of random turn up into a classroom and put the band on.
Yeah, pretty much so. Yeah,
like
amazing,
a
really.
Giant
isn't it?
iPod.
They're like a giant iPod, yeah. The Marching 97. Only 103 of them this year in the Marching 97. Roger Bramble coming around the corner there into Cockspur Street from Lower Regent Street or Regent Street St James. Both their horses being carefully led because, all this noise out there with the bands and all the other stuff, it's pretty difficult controlling these horses as we go along. Nice picture there of Councillor Ian Adams, the Lord Mayor of the City of Westminster, and Claire Whelan, the Chairman of the London Mayors Association.
Yeah, some 8,000 musicians, dancers, acrobats too. I think we're going to see some fireworks on the parade itself, and maybe some jumping through flamed hoops and the like too.
It has been rumoured. I'm terrified about that, actually.
Really?
But never mind. No, it's going to be great. Absolutely great.
You were getting involved.
Our health and safety people say it's going to be it's so easy. Anyway, these are, once again, the Sri Muktajivan Swami Bappa Pipe Band from Hendon. But they have done so much for London's New Year's Day parade over the years. They always turn out. They're huge crowd pleasers. Everybody absolutely loves them. And coming behind them, I'm not entirely sure. I think this is something connected with them. And we'll find out for a little bit later on, Caroline, won't we? But meanwhile, let's go and see what's going on up at the start there with Joe again.
Excitement to see the first of the cheerleading group set off just a moment ago. And indeed, this amazing Peter Walder Showtime entry. But now, all the performers who are visiting from the USA have a very creative way of raising funds when it comes to, funding their trip to London. None more so than Troy High School, who quite literally put me on my bike.
It's the first time we've had a bike race here in Troy. There's approximately 2,200 riders riding on a 16-mile, 32-mile, or 64-mile course. We're so excited to be marching. It's such a great opportunity for us. A lot of our kids don't have the opportunity to travel a lot, and to be able to travel abroad is a special thing for them, and they're looking forward to it.
It's important to me because I haven't been to many places, and I want to get out and experience the world before I start my college career and off into my new job. But I'm really excited. I've always loved London, and I've always wanted to go over there and experience it.
I'm really lucky that my family can provide the funds for me to go to London, so I haven't done a lot of work in that area. But as an ensemble, we've really put in a lot of work fundraising and just practicing.
And we are going to sell all the strawberry donuts because our strawberry donuts are the most popular thing from Troy, Ohio.
Something like $10,000 profit they made off those strawberry donuts.
It's fantastic, isn't it? How many of those donuts did they say they sold? I can't believe it.
Didn't bring any back, did they? Although I did see you had some on the old go-kart earlier, or whatever you call it.
They were Krispy Kremes, actually. A little plug for Krispy Kreme, sponsoring today's New Year's Day parade. They're very nice to have Krispy Kreme.
No, you don't get to sit in one of those arrangements if you eat too many donuts, so I don't think I'll be doing that. Nor indeed probably do you get to... I'll be on my feet dying with the cheerleaders.
Well, I suppose if you did have a few Krispy Kremes and a bit of exercise like that, you'd be absolutely fine, Caroline.
Thank you, Bob. New year. Start it off how we mean to go along. Again, just seeing the cheerleaders. We've got two groups of cheerleaders that will make their way through the parade route. This is, again, the McNeese State University band. Not long from being with us here. Not long, I'm sure, from being down where Sarah is on the route to. She's in front of the VIPs.
Well, we've got some great guys and girls here in the VIP area. I've got Deborah here, who's come from the States. Where from?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. I think we know who she's supporting. Who are you here to see, Deborah?
I'm here to see my 15-year-old daughter, Ashanti Beal.
And she is not actually marching she's not in a marching band. What's she doing?
She's a balloon handler. She's a violinist.
Violinist. And what balloon have we got to look out for her?
I want to say the bear, because she has on a blue sweatshirt.
Right. Okay. And here, on the other side of the world, we've got Amanda. Where are you from, Amanda?
I'm from Brisbane, Australia.
And why are you here at the parade? What made you come today?
Well, we just came to watch New Year's Eve last night and thought we'd come to the parade today as well.
And how are you enjoying it so far? You haven't seen anything yet,
but the atmosphere is fantastic.
Is it?
Love it.
Are you enjoying your trip here?
Love the trip. Love London. Yeah.
Oh, good. And how long are you here for?
We're here for about a week and a half.
Right. Well, I hope you have a great time.
Thank you very much.
We're so excited. The parade is coming soon, and the atmosphere here is electric. So what about you? Back to you, Bob.
So I'm looking forward to a violinist with a balloon. I mean, there's a health and safety hazard happening.
I have a hunch that it'll be one or the other, violin or balloon. But I would say today it's going to be balloon. Here, we're looking now at the Shawnee Mission West High School. They're from Kansas, just outside Kansas City, which is in Missouri, but it's all very confusing, that, isn't it? Have you been there?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But let's not bring up my holidays.
Oh, okay.
They've been here before.
They haven't just been here before once. They set the record today for the American High School Marching Band with the most appearances at London's New Year's Day Parade. This is the 9th time they've been here. So we must like them. Actually, we do. They're terrific. They're a really, really good band.
One of the brilliant things, again, about them in particular that you'll see, and I mentioned that movement earlier, is the ability to not just play your instrument with tune and give it gusto, but to dance with it too. They're worth a look at a little bit later on. We're seeing many of these inflatables actually throughout the parade route too.
Yes, we are. These are sort of dumbbells, I think, aren't they, really? I think they're